What if everything we think we know about our planet is wrong? Deep beneath Antarctica's endless ice, could there be hidden worlds, lost civilizations, and technology far beyond our own? Why did respected explorers return home terrified and silent? And why do governments guard this frozen desert more than gold? Some whisper about glowing corridors, gigantic doors, and pyramids buried under miles of snow. Others claim ancient texts already warned us. Are these just wild stories, or pieces of a much bigger puzzle humanity never solved? All the answers to these questions, and far stranger ones, starts right now. The hole at the bottom of the world. Let's talk about one of the most whispered about mysteries on planet Earth. The idea that there might be an entrance to the inside of our planet. And no, I promise I'm not talking about the neighbor's weird basement. We're heading straight to Antarctica, the cold, windy, why did we come here end of the world. Back in 1946, Admiral Richard Byrd, a very serious, very decorated U.S. Navy officer, went on a massive expedition called Operation High Jump. On paper, his mission was simple: explore Antarctica, study its icy landscapes, and try not to freeze to death. Easy, right? Well, according to certain diaries, allegedly secret ones, things got a lot stranger. As the story goes, Byrd didn't just see more ice and penguins, he stumbled upon a gigantic opening leading downward into a warm, sunny paradise hidden beneath the South Pole. Imagine, you're expecting snowstorms and frostbite, and suddenly you're looking at green forests, flowing rivers, and temperatures that don't require 17 layers of clothing. It's like stepping out of a freezer straight into Hawaii. But wait, it gets weirder. While flying over this mysterious area, Byrd supposedly lost control of his aircraft. Some sort of intelligent force took over and guided him, like a cosmic Uber driver, saying, "Sir, I think you'll want to see this." If true, that sounds less like Earth and more like a sci-fi movie starring confused pilots. Now, skeptics laugh and say, "Impossible, the Earth isn't hollow." But believers point to missing government files, classified interviews, and the convenient way Byrd was told to never speak about it again. If the military really didn't care, why the dramatic hush-hush? Was Byrd seeing things after too many days of cold coffee and colder winds? Or did he truly fly over a secret doorway to an inner world filled with advanced beings who just want us to stop playing with atomic bombs? One thing's for sure, Antarctica holds more secrets than your browser history. And maybe, just maybe, there's more beneath our feet than we ever imagined. And just when you think discovering a warm, hidden world under Antarctica was the weirdest part, oh no. Things are about to get way more philosophical. Buckle up, because someone very important is waiting down there. A conversation with someone who definitely isn't from around here. So picture this. You're Admiral Richard Byrd. You've just flown into what you thought was the most boring, frozen part of the planet, Antarctica, and suddenly you're not freezing anymore. You're flying over green valleys, warm air, and scenery that looks like someone hit a tropical vacation at the bottom of the world. Already weird, right? But it's about to get much stranger, because according to the story, Byrd's plane was gently guided to a landing spot by disc-shaped flying objects. Yes, flying saucers, the kind your uncle talks about at family dinners. After landing, Byrd is escorted into some kind of huge underground hall, and waiting for him is the Master. Not the villain from a superhero movie, but a tall, calm being who gives off serious, wise alien grandpa energy. The Master supposedly looks at humanity like a concerned parent looks at a toddler holding scissors. He explains that the Inner Earth Society has been watching us, especially since we started playing around with nuclear weapons. According to him, the explosions at Hiroshima and Nagasaki sent shockwaves not just across the surface, but deep into the Earth. Think of it like someone banging on the ceiling with a broom, except way more dangerous. He warns Bird that if humanity keeps tossing nuclear bombs around like confetti, we're eventually going to break something very important, and possibly take the whole planet down with us. Not exactly the pep talk you expect when visiting the South Pole. Also impressive, these inner Earth beings apparently have advanced technology, glowing cities, and the ability to hijack airplanes mid-flight. Meanwhile, on the surface, we still argue about best smartphone brands. After this cosmic lecture, Bird is sent back home and told to quietly warn world leaders. Naturally, when he returned, officials basically said, "Thanks, but also never talk about this again," and then classified everything. So did Bird actually meet a peaceful underground alien diplomat, or did he just need a vacation away from ice, stress, and military coffee? Either way, it's one epic conversation, and probably the weirdest layover in aviation history. After receiving a cosmic lecture about nuclear toys, you'd think our adventure was over. But nope, now our hero gets a guided tour to a place that would make Instagram explode. Let's talk shiny crystal cities. Welcome to the shimmering city you can't find on Google Maps. Just when you think Admiral Bird's inner Earth adventure couldn't get stranger, it goes from mysterious to, did I accidentally drink alien lemonade levels of weird? Because after that guided landing, our brave explorer reportedly saw something that belongs in a fantasy novel, a massive, glowing city made entirely of crystal. Not glass, not ice, crystal. Sparkling, rainbow-colored, shiny enough to blind any tourist wearing cheap sunglasses. Imagine walking into a place where every building refracts light like 1,000 prisms, throwing colors around like a disco party hosted by Mother Nature herself. Forget New York's skyline. This is the kind of place that would make Instagram servers melt. Now, according to the account, this crystal city wasn't just pretty, it was advanced. We're talking architecture that laughs at gravity, technology that hums instead of buzzes, and infrastructure with 0 potholes, already more advanced than half our highways. It's as if the inner Earth being said, let's combine alien engineering and a rainbow, and boom, they did. And get this, there were no power lines, no lamps, and no ugly cables hanging around. The entire city allegedly glowed from within, like somebody installed mood lighting across an entire civilization. Meanwhile, on the surface, your living room bulb flickers if you breathe too close to it. Visitors, if Bird counts as one, would see endless crystal towers, smooth walkways, and buildings carved with elegant patterns. If Pinterest boards had feelings, this city would make them cry with envy. Now, skeptics say impossible. If a rainbow crystal metropolis existed, scientists would know. Well, would they? Considering people get yelled at by men in suits for accidentally flying over certain holes in the ice, maybe not. Believers think this city might be ancient, older than pyramids, older than recorded history, possibly built by beings who have mastered energy, peace, and fabulous interior design choices. So is there actually a hidden rainbow metropolis under the South Pole? Hard to say. But if it's real, it just became the #1 destination on our hypothetical vacation list. Pack sunglasses, big ones. Pretty buildings are nice, but nothing says advanced civilization like technology that hijacks your airplane mid-flight. Time to look up and meet the mysterious flying discs responsible. When your plane gets hacked by flying saucers. Imagine you're piloting a military aircraft over the South Pole. The sky is calm, the engine hums nicely, and you're thinking about dinner. Suddenly, your controls freeze. Your plane moves on its own like it just downloaded an update you never approved. Congratulations, you've just been autopiloted by flying saucers. This is exactly what Admiral Byrd reportedly experienced. According to his mysterious logs, shiny, disc-shaped craft pulled up like bouncers at an exclusive club and politely guided them down. They didn't shoot lasers or yell alien insults, they simply took the wheel. It's like Tesla Autopilot, except you absolutely did not sign up for it. Some theorists claim these craft didn't just fly. They hovered, pivoted, and made physics cry in the corner. Zero noise, instant acceleration, sharp turns that would turn human pilots into jelly. Meanwhile, our jets sound like angry vacuum cleaners. Was it intimidation? Or a friendly, please follow us, you're about to see something cool? Hard to say. But this moment launched decades of speculation about hidden tech. If beings down there can control aircraft remotely, imagine their Wi-Fi. Skeptics say Byrd hallucinated. Supporters say, buddy, hallucinations don't take you on guided tours. One thing is sure, if you ever lose control of your plane and glowing saucers politely escort you somewhere warm and tropical, buckle up, the adventure has just started. And if you think governments would shrug and say, cool story, bro, think again. What happens next involves top-secret files, long hallways, and a lot of shh. Every few years, files are accidentally declassified, hinting at technology decades ahead of ours. Coincidence? Sure. And penguins are probably CIA agents too. Whatever Byrd found, someone really didn't want the public to know. But secrets don't stay buried forever, unless they're frozen a few kilometers below Antarctica. Get ready to descend into some surprisingly warm underground structures. Ancient alien ice basements. Rumors swirl like snowstorms about underground bases in Antarctica. We're not talking comfy bunkers, we're talking massive complexes carved deep into frozen mountains, rumored to house technology older than civilization. Ex-military employees whisper about elevators miles long, tunnels so smooth they look laser-cut, and hangars big enough to park flying saucers. Yes, hangars, not garages. Saucer parking is serious business. Even stranger are the giant doorways. Some insiders claim these doors are tens of feet thick, but open with just one finger. That means either incredible engineering or someone invented the world's strongest WD-40. Temperature anomalies appear too. Imagine stepping into a structure buried in ice where it's a cozy 22 degrees Celsius or 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not nature, that's climate control. Whoever built it had HVAC skills we can only dream of. If these bases exist, they could explain decades of UFO sightings, mysterious disappearances, and why Antarctica is harder to visit than Area 51. Coincidence? Or a cosmic keep out sign? And inside these hidden bases? Doors. Gigantic, impossibly smooth doors that open like they're showing off. Let's gently push one, shall we? Doors so big they make castles jealous. Let's focus on those colossal octagonal doors reportedly found beneath Antarctica. Think of something thick enough to survive an angry dinosaur kicking contest, yet they glide open with minimal effort. No squeak, no grunt, just a dignified whoosh. No conventional mechanics. Nope. These things laugh at hinges. Some theories suggest anti-gravity tech. Others say friction-canceling fields. Engineers respond by quietly crying into blueprint paper. Inside, the architecture is precise to the millimeter. Walls don't warp, corners aren't crooked. Whoever built it was allergic to sloppy work. Meanwhile, your kitchen cabinet hangs at 92 degrees and mocks you daily. Why such big doors? To move giant machines? Larger beings? Or because dramatic entrances are cool? Scientists shrug, conspiracy theorists cheer, the mystery deepens. Step through those fancy doors and you'll find hallways glowing like alien mood lighting and covered in symbols your language teacher can't help you with. Time to decode the walls. Glow-in-the-dark hieroglyphic hallways. Further inside are corridors lit by nothing. No bulbs, no fire, just walls that softly glow like mood lighting at an alien spa. This light never flickers or fades. Power outage? Doesn't know her. It's efficient, elegant, and extremely annoying for anyone who pays electricity bills. Carved into the walls are symbols, not Egyptian, not Mayan, not anything we've seen topside. They twist and curl like cosmic calligraphy. Linguists stare, scratch their heads, and gently cry. Every symbol feels ancient, yet futuristic, like a culture evolved in a direction humanity missed entirely. Some believe these inscriptions are warnings. Others think they're blueprints. Optimists hope it's a menu. Whatever they are, they're old, very old, and definitely from someone smarter than us. Think that's wild? Now zoom out, because the surface of Antarctica might be hiding shapes we've seen before, but never under this much ice. Let's talk frozen pyramids. Pyramids wearing ice coats. Satellite imagery reveals several pyramid-shaped mountains in Antarctica. Perfect angles, smooth sides, and positioned like they belong to a global energy network. Scientists say natural formations. Geologists nod politely, but the human brain screams, "Pyramid!" Why do pyramids appear all over Earth? Egypt, Mesoamerica, China, Bosnia, and now the South Pole. Did ancient architects compare notes, or did someone else teach humanity this shape? Some claim these Antarctic pyramids once stood above sea level when the continent was warm and habitable. If so, they might predate any known civilization. That's older than Grandma's lasagna recipe, and that's saying something. If uncovered, these structures could rewrite history faster than you can say archaeologist meltdown. And as we follow these icy breadcrumbs to their origin, the trail leads somewhere ancient, flooded, and whispered about by cultures separated by oceans. This is where all threads meet. The flooded island of the gods, and a final warning. Just when you thought this inner Earth saga couldn't get any older or creepier, ancient Egyptian texts stroll into the room and whisper, "Oh, we've been talking about this for thousands of years." Specifically, the Edfu temple writings mention a primeval island, lush, advanced, and guided by mysterious god-builders. Sounds familiar already, doesn't it? According to the scrolls, this island was destroyed by a cosmic serpent, basically a mythic disaster with Hollywood special effects. Survivors escaped into the sky, promising to return. Other stories say they traveled beneath the earth. And then, the icing on this archaeological cake, the island's location? Scholars argue, but a suspicious number point toward the region we now call Antarctica. Imagine it. Before ice claimed the land, there may have been oceans, temples, power structures, maybe even our old friends' rainbow crystal cities. Then, Earth's axis shifted, climates changed, and everything froze harder than a teenager's brain during math class. Could those pyramid-shaped mountains be the tips of ancient structures? Could glowing corridors be the leftovers of a once surface civilization? Could the master be part of what's left down there? We might laugh until we remember how many legends talk about worlds below, beings watching, and doors under ice. Funny how myths from different cultures sometimes read like they attended the same secret meeting. And here's the twist. What if humanity's nuclear boom woke them up? Like neighbors banging on the ceiling because we're throwing a techno party at 3 a.m. If ancient builders fled underground, maybe they didn't go to retire. Maybe they went to wait. So what do we do with all this? We shrug? Panic? Buy tickets to Antarctica? Don't! It's cold, and the penguins glare judgmentally. Maybe, just maybe, Admiral Byrd saw the tail end of a story far older than our textbooks admit, and maybe governments keep quiet because some doors should stay closed, at least for now. Anyway, if you enjoyed this icy rabbit hole, smash that imaginary like button, subscribe to Inner Earth Theories, and ring the bell so you never miss another accidental alien encounter. And remember, if your plane suddenly flies itself, relax. You might be going somewhere amazing. Stay curious, stay weird, and keep watching the skies, and maybe the ground too.